Hello, let's get started on Module 3. Technology, when used well, can be the answer to a teacher's dreams. Used appropriately, technology can help differentiate the curriculum to meet the needs and learning styles of all learners. For example, a teacher can assign students to research and present on a topic. A gifted student might gather their research and present using an interactive Skype session with an expert in the field. The visual learner could create a snapshot gallery with images gathered from around the world. Students with sight issues can create an audio presentation. All of them would be presenting, but in a variety of ways. Offering open-ended opportunities to respond to the curricular goals is empowering to students and allows for more creativity. Technology is just one set of tools which might be used for open-endedness. Empowering students is a theme you'll hear from me often. Harry Wong, in his book, The First Days of School, explains that if the teacher is leaving the building exhausted every day and the students are running and skipping out of the building, the wrong people are doing most of the work in the classroom. When you empower students, you put more of the workload on their shoulders, and you better prepare them for the world of work. After all, is your boss standing in your classroom guiding you every step of the way? No. Likewise, managers in business do not guide their workers every step of the way. As adults, we have to be self-managers. Learning to self-manage and set goals and then track achievement of goals is one way to teach students these important life skills. What was interesting in my own classroom was to see students push themselves harder when they set their own goals than I would have done. Having them track their progress and set new goals puts them in charge of their learning. What was most disheartening for me was discovering my students on IEPs didn't know the goals in their own plans. Students were supposed to be achieving those goals, but they didn't know what the goals were. In my classroom, students on IEPs used their IEP goals as part of our classroom goal setting, and students made much better progress in achieving those goals. I don't know how many times these students said to me, "Oh, is that why I'm supposed to?" I never knew why. Once they knew why they were doing the prescribed activities, they were empowered. The results were truly amazing. Students typed their goals and kept the documents up to date, and they tracked their progress on Excel spreadsheets. Making a graph of their progress often caused a sense of wonderment and excitement to cross their face when they realized how well they were doing. Technology also offers multiple ways to assess students. Student response systems, often called clickers, might be used for instant assessment of understanding. Online surveys and polls can be used to gather information on how students are progressing towards finishing a project. Rubric-making tools allow teachers to make customized rubrics for long-term projects. Drill and practice programs are useful when learning skills best taught by rote. Assessment of students should be both formative, snapshots of how students are doing along the way, and summative, end of the project or unit assessments of learning. The more ways students are assessed, the better picture the teacher will have of the true depth of learning which has occurred. These are just a few of the ways technology might be used for assessment, goal setting, and differentiation of the curriculum.